It's obviously a change of plans for you this week. I guess tell me how it all went down.
Yeah, man, thankfully, after Thanksgiving, I was like, I feel like I'll be fighting soon. You know, clean the diet up a bit, was always training hard. But yeah, so Monday mornings, I wake up early and I go lift with my strength coach, and then I go to the gym and clean for like an hour and then teach a jiu-jitsu class. And it was just an exceptionally good and hard day of training. Lifted heavy, did great, rolled super hard with some good black belts. Went home and like in the middle of a nap, I was just kind of on my phone, and somebody tagged me on Instagram. Some young kid from the UK, he was like, with Robbie out, who should Ponzinibbio fight? And I was on the list. And I was like, hey, no way. The fight opened up. So I ran to the scale and checked my weight, and it wasn't too bad. And then I immediately text Coach Safe, kind of gave him the rundown. And then I think by that evening, by Monday evening, the fight was booked. And I was like, cool, I'll be in Vegas soon and fighting soon. And this would have been the only year. So January marks 7 years I've been in the UFC, which is awesome. And every year I've been signed, I fought at least 2 times, no more than 3 times. And this was the only year I was only going to fight once. And I was pretty bummed I didn't make it on a December card, but it all worked out, and I'll be fighting on Saturday.
I know, you're a student of the game, study the sport. I mean, so what do you think of him as an opponent? What do you think of Santiago as a fighter?
Yeah, I've been watching pretty much all of his fights, and when he fought Jeff Neal, I had to watch tape on him and literally emulate him for that fight camp. Jeff did great, so I'm very comfortable with the style. Ponzinibbio and I actually fight kind of similarly, and I get a striker who comes forward on pay-per-view. Man, I can't ask for a better fight.
He was very respectful of you, and said, look, he likes what you accomplished. It's kind of funny because, since you've said, I'm never going to be a champ, I'm cool, you're having a lot of wins and a lot of success. Is there ever a point where you go, well, wait a minute, maybe I'm better than I thought I was. Maybe I'm destined for more than I thought.
Yeah, it was never a lack of confidence in my abilities, but I always set goals very relative to where I'm at. And I was just saying in the last interview, if my 4-fight win streak turns into an 8-fight win streak and I'm top 5, then by all means, take on whatever challenge presents itself. But I'm just really doing this for the fun fights. I'm getting paid pretty well now, which is awesome. And yeah, just ready to have some fun and go fight. I was really excited when I took the Cowboy fight on short notice. Coach Safe was like, Morono, I think we got it. And when he told me that, I was like, uh-oh, what did I get myself into? But when I volunteered for this fight, I had nothing but just excitement to scrap. I've been training really hard. And it's funny, after enough time with the training, if I don't fight, I'll get a little antsy. And I listen to a lot of heavy metal, and it'll just hit different. When it hits a certain spot, I'm like, I need to fight soon because I'm feeling it in just inside, and I'm just happy. Within a week, it panned out.
Last thing for me, you said fun fights. I mean, stylistically, it seems like this will be a fun fight. Is that what you're expecting out of this?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're going to stand and box in the 4-ounce gloves. I mean, I think it'd be weird if anything other than that happened. And yeah, this is going to be a cool one. I'm really looking forward to it.
Did you ever talk to the OC about letting you walk out to your death metal? Because I know last time you said they kind of axed it.
So yeah, I always give them 2 song options. So there's a hardcore band, and that genre is punk metal, but there's a band called Turnstile, and they have a pretty cool song called Blackout, so it's not that heavy.
They're pretty popular right now.
Yeah, I actually saw them on a Jimmy Fallon show. I'm not super into that scene, but I'm happy to jam out to a good song.
Hey, Alex, where did your love for commentary come from? You're very good on Fury FC. I just where did it come from?
My man, so there's actually a show next Sunday on the 17th or 18th. We got one of my boys, Cameron Graves, fighting on the main card, and I'll be doing the commentary. I enjoy it. So there's 2 things I like about commentary. One is I get to sit cage side, and 2, I get to talk MMA. And if there's anything I can talk about with some confidence, it's mixed martial arts. But the way that actually happened is I had done some shows, some grappling shows, some amateur fights in the past, but when COVID hit, we were only allowed 1 cornerman, and my boy Cameron Graves was fighting for the Fury belt, and my striking coach was sitting over here, and myself were like, who's going to corner him? And I was like, you know what? I think I can get cage side doing commentary. You go corner. So he did it so he can get 2 guys cage side, and it kind of blossomed into a really cool recreational kind of hobby, and I really enjoy it. I really do. It's fun. Plus, sitting cage side's awesome. It's the best seat in the house other than the ref.
Is that something that you're definitely going to do after you retire?
Yeah, so long as the shows can stay within within Texas, especially Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, yeah, but I don't like to travel that much because that means I can't train and coach, and that's my primary goal in life. I really enjoy the coaching.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Are you a better commentator than John Morgan?
Man, I'm not going to answer that question. You guys can answer that question, though, if you'd like. But it's funny, on Saturday, I have like 40 of my jiu-jitsu kids competing at a tournament, and like we've been training for like 2 months and doing Sundays, and I was like, I wouldn't miss the tournament for the world. I was like, unless a UFC match opens up, and sure enough, the one time it did, like my daughter's even competing, but I have all my coaches back home. Ricky Tercios, he'll be headliner. He'll be like, the head coach there, so that'll be a lot of fun. Cool, thanks guys.